entering an eclipse in Virgo tomorrow. So it is a blood full moon, and it is a eclipse, a lunar eclipse. I think it's a full lunar eclipse in Virgo. So you guys are going to be affected, and we're also in Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde, so a lot of shifting, a lot of changes, a lot going on in your relationships, in your career, sudden endings, and sudden beginnings. So I just thought I'd remind you guys that this energy is coming up. What does it bring up for you? Yes, what does it bring up for you? And this is going to be an energy that we're going to be carrying into April as well. So whatever is happening now is it's going to be playing out for the next month, maybe even longer. So if you notice any shifts in your life, anything going on, it could be due to that. So what are you guys changing? What are you letting go of? What are you starting new? Anything, or have you noticed any changes at all? Maybe there are no changes for you. Maybe it's status quo and it hasn't hit you yet. It is happening tomorrow, so maybe it hasn't happened yet. Can I catch something about aliens? I don't know. I feel like we all know that aliens exist. I think aliens, actually. So, and yeah, as far as like global shifts, how is the eclipse going to be affecting that? I don't know. That's a good question. I think there could be some astrologers who talk about economic or global shifts during the eclipse energy. I think there's going to be a lot of truth revealed during this time as well. So we could be learning about things that maybe the government has hid from us, like aliens. But I think that actually that could have come out a while ago, that we already knew that they were hiding aliens from us. Aliens are real. We know. We're the aliens. Hasn't hit you yet? Okay. Well, maybe it will tomorrow. And also, I'm not sure when Mercury retrograde starts, because it's going to be Venus retrograde and Mercury retrograde. It's a lot astrologically going on at the same time. So yeah, it could be affecting all of your relationships. It could be affecting your career. Some people are having career shifts. Some people are having ego deaths. Like I said, sudden endings. You know, a lot of you, your truth is going to be revealed in your relationships. All the type of relationships, truth's going to be revealed to you. Is this, person meant to be in my life or not? Yes. And career shifts. It's a lot going on. You can't see anything. Oh, okay. I don't know about that. Seems to be working well for me. What are you guys changing? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to get your feedback. If any of you guys have anything that's going to be improving during this time? There are a lot of astrologers out there who do the horoscopes for the lunar eclipse and things like that. You know what? I see tarot readers while live make any mistakes speaking whenever they say, oh, it's retrograde. You never know. We're human. We're prone to making mistakes. We can't blame all of it on retrograde, but the retrograde energy really is just things slowing down and reevaluating. That's the main retrograde energy. So yeah, evaluating every aspect of our life. Yeah, evaluating relationships, evaluating careers. That's a big one. And we have Luna back there, and she's reevaluating where she wants to sleep, where she wants to take her next nap. So yeah, I wonder astrologically how it's going to affect the global crisis, and politics and things like that. I wonder how it's going to affect that, because on an individual level, I know a lot of us could be feeling sleepy because the energies are going to start amping up. I would love if my stuck situation get resolved. Technically, business should be allowed to segregate. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, so I don't know what's going on with that, but I feel like truths are going to be revealed Absolutely. What do you guys know about the eclipse? Is anybody planning on watching it tomorrow? I know there is going to be a live stream of the lunar eclipse that you could watch it online. And the technically the sun I think is going to change to or the moon is going to change to like a red color. It's going to have like a red shadow over it. I didn't see your question. This isn't really a question. You want to know why eclipses happen? Well, all of it is really just the rotation of the planets. So, and the I think is it Saturn? Saturn is going to be casting a shadow over the moon. Yeah, but it's mostly has to do with the elliptical and how the planets rotate and all that jazz. That's the main thing that is highlighted. Beyond that, that's going to be beyond my knowledge for astronomy. I wish I knew more about astronomy, but I don't know if any of you guys know who Neil deGrasse is. Neil deGrasse doesn't believe in astrology at all. He's an astronomer, astrophysicist, I think he is, something like that. And he doesn't believe in retrograde, he doesn't believe in Venus retrograde, he doesn't believe in astrology. He doesn't think the universe or the planets have any effect on us. And I wonder, I honestly wonder sometimes how much effect they really do have on us. I know that the moon has an effect on us because it has an effect on the tides. But what does it mean, the eclipse meaning wise? All I know is that the planets are rotating and that I think Saturn is going to be casting a shadow on the moon. That's really all I mean, meaning wise. That's all I know about it. So I wish I knew more, but yeah, as I was saying before. So Neil deGrasse, he doesn't believe in astrology. He doesn't believe in it at all. Does anyone know what the spiritual meaning of an itchy tongue is? Oh wow, that's funny. No, but I'm sure Google knows. I'm sure Google knows what an itchy tongue is. I would imagine it's something to do with communication because the tongue is in the mouth and the mouth is close to the throat chakra. So probably there's something, and because the tongue has to do with speech, I think it has to do, and we're coming in Mercury retrograde, potentially be mindful in the way that you're phrasing things. So yes, communicate, but be mindful in the way that you communicate. Yeah, that's the way it is. That's why I don't put too much stock into these spiritual meanings anymore like I used to, because you're gonna find meanings all across the internet, and they're all gonna be contradictory. They're gonna be saying different things. So I just kind of go with how I feel. How does it feel? Maybe it means nothing. Maybe it means that you gotta drink more water. But I think it could be about your language, about be more delicate with your speech. That's what I would say. Yeah, because it's the throat chakra, and the tongue is how you use your tongue to enunciate words. So have some tact. I think there's something that you need to get off your chest, and you need to have tact when doing so. Especially during retrograde, because during retrograde there is a lot of misunderstandings, and people get confused, and they'll take what you say the wrong way. So stuff like that. But yeah, I'd love to know what you guys are cutting out during this lunar eclipse. If you're noticing anything, maybe nothing is affecting you, because I know that because I see it all over my timeline, and I sometimes think that these astrologers are exaggerating things. Everything sounds about right. Everything exists, has effect on us because things are real and relate themselves to us. Okay, yeah, I mean, potentially. I know, I feel like probably not much is going to happen during the eclipse. I think that astrologers exaggerate it so they can get your attention. At least for me anyways, the things that happen are minuscule and they're not major, and I don't necessarily want to blame them on astrological events, mostly because I listen to Neil deGrasse, and he doesn't believe that the planets can affect us in any kind of way. He thinks that the universe doesn't care about us. The universe doesn't care what you do with yourself. I listen to him, and then I'll go on and watch an astrologers, and I like to compare and contrast what they say because it's fun to get different perspectives on things, right? Instead of thinking the same thing all the time. Who knows? Who knows? I guess it doesn't hurt to believe in astrology. It doesn't hurt to look at your chart, as long as it's not affecting you or hurting you. Nice is right and wrong at the same time. Neil is right and wrong at the same time. Okay, yeah, right and wrong. Who knows? Who knows what? Yes, because he knows what he's talking about when it comes to the planets. And you can look up what he says about the three-body problem, and it will blow your mind because it's some nerdy stuff. And it has absolutely nothing to do with astrology. It has everything to do with the planets and the solar system and how they line up. Pretty interesting. But yeah, I came on here to remind you guys of what's happening astrologically, to see if you've noticed anything going on that I need to know about. Or, yeah, it's fun. I don't know. For me, I feel like not much has changed. You know, any changes that happen are going to be as a result of you, whatever decisions that you make, if you want to let something go or not. If universe doesn't care, then why keep on existing? Because you don't need the universe to care. I don't think that you need the universe to care about you. Also, the self doesn't exist. So, because it kind of says, when we think that the universe cares, it puts this extra amount of specialness onto the you instead of to the group. You know, because I like to frame everything in Buddhist terms, and in Buddhism, the self does not exist. I mean, it exists insofar as we're flesh and blood and we're here, but it doesn't. It's just an ideology. So, universe is not one. You care about something the way other things do. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question to ask. If does the universe really care about us? Do the planets really affect how we feel? You know, because if so, there's a lot coming for us with the eclipse, the Venus retrograde, the Mercury retrograde, and the full moon. If the planets do affect us, then we're in for a whopper. And if you don't believe that they do, then it kind of doesn't matter. Either way, you still have to go on living. You still have to go on making decisions for yourself, decisions in your life. And I do feel like with almost every full moon and eclipse, astrologers will say the same thing: release what no longer serves you. You'll see that same saying, which makes me question if any of it is real. Because, you know, it can't be the same thing every time. I can cut what no longer serves me every single day. Like, oh, I better not drink this coffee. Or, oh, I better not eat this donut. Let's cut out sugar. So yeah, you can cut out what no longer serves you every single day. It doesn't always have to be just during the full moon. Probably we should think that way all the time. And then our lives will be better. Our lives will be better for it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to get off here. I just came on real quick to talk about the full moon, the eclipse, and all that jazz. I thank you so much for being here. Any last words before I get off? Okay. Thank you guys so much for coming out. I just did the Cancer read if you're interested in that. Otherwise, I'll see you all next time. Bye.